welcome back traders to another installment of XAUUSD forecast for today, managing a small account. I hope your trades last week have been going really well. Okay, so we're going to pick up on some of the actions that I've been taking. I have an interesting story to tell you and how I plan to move on from that story. So hopefully you guys are definitely going to stick around to hear all of that. Right, with all of that said and done, we're going to get straight into what I'm doing now, right, as well as the trades that I took last week after the really good trade that I had. Okay, so what I did after that, and I can't wait to tell you all. All right, so let's just get straight into it. Okay, so last week, probably Thursday, somewhere like that, Thursday, Wednesday, I'm not really sure what day, but I took a trade. So as you can see, we've got a trade up here. It went all the way up to this level, had a nice profit, fantastic, good result, right? Then I found myself getting trapped in this area, okay? And I made the mistake that we all make unless you've crossed that line and you are that trader, where I mean, like, you actually know 100% what it is that you're doing, you've mastered the whole thing. But for us, navigating the market, it is a crazy challenge. Now, what is it that I'm talking about? So what mistake is it that we make? So whenever there's a range, right, whenever there's a range after market's been trending, most of the time we get locked into a bias, right? So for example, we think market is going to go up, so we're looking for buys, or we think market is going to come down and we're looking for sales, right? So how do we execute this mistake? Well, essentially, and I'm going to go over this on TradingView. We're just going to jump into that for a second, but I'm going to explain what I did over here, right? So essentially, I was buying, right? I was buying resistance, okay, and selling support, right? Buying resistance, selling support in a range. This is what kills all of us, right? When we're trying to figure out how to trade, okay? And a lot of the time, people turn around and say, oh, it's the broker doing it to them. It's not the broker doing it to you. It's the fact that you're trapped in a range. You might not know you're in a range. And because of that, you will end up making a mistake. And then the mistake that you make after your first mistake, right, is you then jump into revenge trading, okay? And that's what I got sucked into. Hence why the profit that we had last week, which was really nice, was around £80 or something like that, 80, right? It was a decent profit. I can't really remember how much it was, but it was a decent amount, okay? We've got it down to 69, okay? And the only reason why it wasn't more than this is because I introduced a new concept that I'd known about for a while, but I was not very familiar with. So I took the time over the weekend to learn all about it. And then first thing in the morning, when market opened, okay, so that will be today, I had my stop for the trade that I just lost, right? It's not showing on here right now, but it will update the next time we open up MT5. Is I had my stop above these levels over here, okay? And what I did, as soon as market opened, was I moved my stop to around this level right here, which meant I would have got closed out, right? But I needed to get closed out anyways, right? Because essentially speaking, I did everything wrong. If I made it a little bit bigger, I'll probably still be in it now and I'll be profitable, right? And I'll be profitable because I think I was selling back then as well, right? But I did the right thing in closing that out because I realized a mistake and I exit out that trade. Now I'm in another one. I'm selling the market. As you can see, if you jump onto a day, we have a nice humble TP, which is all the way down here. Okay, so hopefully market will get there. If it does, great. If it doesn't, obviously we'll just go back to the drawing board, reassess, and make sure that we are facing in the right direction. With all of that said and done, we're going to jump into TradingView, and then we're going to talk about everything in detail. Okay, so here we are, TradingView. Now, what it is I've done is I've moved away from the previous chart because there's an asset I want to bring on board, but I can't bring it on the previous chart that we have. And I've had to change the color to a white background because I think for you guys watching, everything's going to pop a lot better than it would if it was on a black background. So hence why we've got it like this. So first things first, we're going to disregard everything that's taking place here, and we're just going to focus on what's going on in this area right now. Okay, so on the macro, okay, on the macro, we can clearly see that this is an uptrend, okay? Even if price comes down to my target TP area, which is 27.20, 0.79. Okay, even if it comes down there, it's going to be a minuscule downtrend for a little bit. Then I believe it's going to push back up to head to the magic number of 3K. Now I've gotten rid of all the technicals that we had on this chart, and I'm now going to put them back on again. Okay, obviously bearing in mind the new things that we are now aware of. So first things first is the key level that we're interested in. We're going to mark that out right here. Okay, we're going to mark out this level right here. So we've got our first level, which is where I think price is going to go. And I talked about that in my previous video. Okay, and let's see if we can see anything else. So at the moment, I can see what I believe is an ascending channel, right? We have 2 touches at the bottom right here. So that's good. Okay. If price breaks this ascending channel, it's coming down to this zone right here that I marked out. Okay, and then what we also want to look at as well is this is Monday, so we want to bring in the weekly highs and the weekly lows of last week, right? Even though market is in the range over here, we want to bring in the weekly lows and weekly highs of last week. And then I believe I have something to share with you guys that you might like. Let's lock that one in place as well. And then this one here is relatively quite easy to sort out. So let's do weekly low, and the weekly high was set for us on a Friday. Yeah, we're happy with all of that. Okay, so these are the 2 levels that were off, that is of the most interest to us. And as we can see right now, the weekly low has just been taken out today. So last week's low was just taken out after the slaughterhouse of this range that we're stuck in. Okay, and this is what it is that I mean by buying resistance, okay, and selling support, which we're not supposed to do. Right now, how is that mistake made? It's really, really, really simple. Okay, so price moves from, let's do this. So price moves from down here, right, up to this level right here. We're gonna make this, actually let's keep it black, it's nice and clean. Actually no, let's make this red. Let's make this red. So price moves from this level down here in an uptrend all the way up to this zone right here. Okay, right? Now we see consolidation and we're assuming price is going to go up. So what we basically do, depending on how you level this out. Now, if you are doing this properly, right? And these are things that I did not do. Okay, so I'm not trying to preach it to you like I did it right, and if you got it wrong, then woo woo woo, I'm better than you. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm basically saying is I got it wrong also, because I got stung in this area after my winning trade. Okay, so essentially price has gone up. I'm saying to myself, oh, okay, based on what it is that I'm looking at, I think price is going to continue going up, right? So we draw a little level around here somewhere. Let's say a little level around here. Okay, this is the level that price has now got to, right? The smart play is to target these zones and wait for a close above these zones. But what I did was, because I wanted to get in nice and early, right, was I waited for price to close above this level right here. Okay, and price eventually did it right here. It closed above this level right here, because once again I was forcing a trade. So what I did was I put in a buy right here. Right here, I put in a buy on this candle right here. And as soon as I did that, okay, price started to move in the downward direction. Okay, and my stop was targeting this swing low right here. And what happened? Price came down and took me out the game. Now, for whatever reason, whenever my trade is about to go bad, all of a sudden I'm watching it go bad, right? So I'm able to, I just get onto my phone, whatever, it's like a sixth sense, and I just get on there and I start watching the trade go bad. So I can see my stop is about to be hit. And then do you know what I did straight after that? After my stop is now hit, I jump in with a sell right here. Let's cancel that. Let's put this back in. I jump in with a sell right here. right, on this candle. And as soon as I get in with the sell, bearing in mind I am targeting this swing low, this swing high over here, okay, price shoots all the way up and almost closes me out. So then on the Friday, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you know what, I now need to manage my exit out of this trade because it has gone bad, right? So on the Friday, what I started doing is the stop that I had for this location, which is up here, okay, I moved that down, okay, and I keep moving it down, not on a Friday, so yeah, on a Friday, on a Friday, sorry, got my words all mixed up there. I keep moving it down, and then on the Sunday, soon as market opened and I had the opportunity to do so, I moved it all the way down to about this level, all right? And then I was taking out this morning. So that's how that whole situation played out, okay? And those two trades that I placed is what brought the account balance down to the level where it's at right now, all right? Now, moving forward, what do I want to bring on here to show you guys? Now, what I want to bring on to show you, it is using a profile, okay? So it's using a profile to help me figure out where all the buyers and sellers are in the market, okay, using the profile. So we're gonna get a fixed profile. Now, if you have free TradingView, if you got the free version, okay, you should be able to get this, right? Which is, I'll show you where it is. So this is the profile, right? So if you go to, let me see if I can get it on here. So if you go to indicators, right, and you go into your profile, so you have the session profile, that one you need a paid account to get this, okay? You got the periodic profile, I'm not really too big on that. And then you got the fixed volume profile. That's the one that we're using right now, the fixed volume profile. That's the one we have on the side right here, okay? So with the fixed volume profile, what I am basically looking for is areas where there isn't much activities in the market, all right? Areas where there isn't much activities in the market. So for example, we can see price has come all the way down, is closed below the weekly low, okay? But however, in this area right here, there isn't much activities, right? In this area right here, we can see there isn't much action in the market, okay? This area kind of acts as a support and resistance, an actual one, a proper one, okay, right? Now, I wasn't using this before. Because if I was using this before, right, I would have known that in these levels up here, okay, which is where we had low value nodes, okay, it was really low, right? I would have had these areas marked out to say that if price did not close above this level right here, I should only be taking sales in this location, okay? And if price does not close, hang on, actually, it's all one block. Actually, it's all one block. Let me get rid of this one. It's just one fat block. All right. So if price does not close below this level over here, okay, right, I'm only looking for buys in this location, right? So this is how I could have effectively managed this whole range, right, had I been aware of the fact that that I could have done this, right? So if you're not familiar with volume profiles, I recommend go check out other videos on YouTube about volume profiles. If you have the free version of TradingView, okay, you can get fixed volume profile and anchored volume profile for free, right? So you can definitely get those for free. If you have the paid version, which is I recommend you get the paid version, and there's a link in the description, so you can use that to obviously help the channel as well as help yourself, right? Is this one right here, which is the volume profile that I'm using right here as an indicator, okay? Now you only get this with the paid version. So essentially, once you stick this on, you already know what market sentiment is moving throughout the week, and this is daily, right? So this is daily. So every day I know where everything is, what everything is supposed to be doing, and moving forward, adding volume profile to my overall analysis, I believe that we're going to be able to sensibly, right, grow our gold account to the level where it needs to be. Okay, so we're going to be able to do it sensibly. Obviously, we can't do it aggressive and we can't do it recklessly, right? Where we just load $100 in there, we put in a crazy position and we see if it goes our way or not. We can do it that way, or we can do it the sensible way. And I think the sensible way has much more value in it than me trying to grow it aggressively. So with everything said and done, based on the analysis that I've just shared with you right now, as it stands, I'm selling the market. So I'm selling gold right now. Okay, so selling gold right now. Market has taken out the weekly low right here. Okay, the target that I have set for gold is this location right here. This is where my TP is, roundabouts in this area. Okay, which is 2725.61. I believe price it is going to get there. Once it gets there, I believe that is when it's going to make its move to head up to 3K. So let me just draw that on here. So this is where we think price is going to get to target profit of 3K. And this is how I think it is going to do it. Okay, we will rejig this as and when we need to in regards to the probability of it doing it or market not doing it, right? We will go through it all, and then obviously we'll then take it from there. So with all of that said and done, okay, I wish you nothing but the best with your trades for this week moving forward, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next one.